What if I told you that there existed a group of knights so powerful and mysterious that their story still sparks intrigue and conspiracy theories centuries after their fall? Picture a time deep in the past where chivalry and courage were the order of the day. Now imagine a group of knights, not just any knights, but the Knights Templar, shrouded in secrecy and wielding an influence that stretched across continents. Their enigmatic existence, a captivating blend of power, faith, and mystery, continues to fascinate us even today. Were they guardians of a secret treasure? Did they possess knowledge that could change the course of history? Or were they simply pious men on a holy mission? The truth, as it often does, likely lies somewhere in between these extremes. These were the Knights Templar, a brotherhood born out of the ashes of the First Crusade. Their tale is a riveting saga of power, belief, and ultimately, downfall. In the year 1119, 9 knights took a vow that would change the course of history. In the heart of medieval Europe, a unique brotherhood was born. The Knights Templar, as they would come to be known, began as a small band of 9 warriors. These were not ordinary knights, they were men of faith, men of conviction, and men of action. They pledged themselves to a life of poverty, chastity, and obedience, casting aside the trappings of worldly riches for a higher calling. Their mission was simple yet monumental: to protect Christian pilgrims traveling to the Holy Land. It was a time of religious fervor and turmoil, with the Holy Land being a battleground of faiths. The path to Jerusalem was fraught with danger, and the faithful were often preyed upon. Their journey of devotion turned into a journey of fear. These 9 knights saw this peril and felt a divine calling. Led by Hugues de Payens, a nobleman from the Champagne region of France, they approached the King of Jerusalem, Baldwin II, with their noble proposition. Touched by their selfless devotion, Baldwin granted them a wing in his palace, which stood on the sacred ground of the ancient Temple of Solomon. It was from this location that they derived their monastic name, the Poor Fellow Soldiers of Christ and of the Temple of Solomon, or as they were more commonly known, the Knights Templar. Their cause soon caught the attention of the Church. In 1129, at the Council of Troyes, the order was officially recognized by the Pope. This recognition not only affirmed their mission, but also endowed the Knights Templar with a level of authority and autonomy that was unprecedented for a religious military order. But this was just the beginning. The Knights Templar were not content to rest on their laurels. They had a vision, a purpose. They would not merely defend the pilgrims, they would become a force to be reckoned with, a force that would shape the course of history. This was just the beginning, the humble origins of what would become a mighty and feared order. From a humble group of 9, the Templars grew. They grew in number, they grew in wealth, and most importantly, they grew in power. In the blink of an eye, the Knights Templar transformed from a modest band of religious warriors into a formidable military and economic powerhouse. Their meteoric rise was a phenomenon that sent ripples through the medieval world. Their military prowess was undeniable. They were the elite force of their time, the vanguard of Christendom. They held the front lines in the Holy Land, battling Saracens and capturing key territories. They were more than just skilled fighters, they were strategic geniuses, renowned for their disciplined formations and innovative tactics. Their victories on the battlefield were not only a testament to their martial skill, but also a testament to their unwavering faith. But their rise to power was not solely based on their military successes, far from it. The Templars amassed an astonishing wealth that would dwarf the coffers of kingdoms. Donations poured in from all corners of Christendom, from monarchs, nobles, and common folk alike. Lands, estates, gold, and other valuable possessions were given to them in abundance, swelling their influence and reach. And yet, the Templars were unique in their status. They were a law unto themselves, answerable only to the Pope. This special privilege granted by Pope Innocent II shielded them from local laws and authorities, allowing them the freedom to operate independently. They were, in essence, a state within a state, a power within a power. Their rise was rapid, their power immense, their influence far-reaching. The Templars were not just knights, they were bankers, diplomats, politicians, and scholars. They were the epitome of a medieval powerhouse, a force to be reckoned with. But with great power comes great scrutiny, and the Templars were no exception. Their extraordinary rise, their vast wealth, and their untouchable status would soon attract the attention of those envious and fearful of their power. The stage was set for their fall from grace, but that's a tale for another scene. By the dawn of the 14th century, the fortunes of the Templars began to wane. It was a time of upheaval, a time of change. The Templars, once the shining beacon of Christendom, began their descent into the annals of history, not with a triumphant fanfare, but with a whimper. The Templars, who had once been the custodians of the Holy Land, lost their grip on this sacred territory. The loss of the Holy Land was a blow to their prestige, to their raison d'etre. It was the beginning of the end, the first sign of their impending fall from grace. The wealth and power they had amassed over the years, the very things that had once made them untouchable, now became their Achilles' heel. As their influence dwindled, the envy and mistrust of their wealth and power grew. Their once comrades in arms began to see them less as brothers and more as rivals. The Templars were no longer the unassailable fortress they once were. They were now a target. King Philip IV of France saw an opportunity in their vulnerability. He was a king burdened by debt, a king who owed much of it to the Templars. What better way to erase his debts than to bring down those to whom he owed them? And so he brought charges against the Templars, accusations of heresy, of misconduct, of corruption. The Templars, once the paragons of virtue, now found themselves on trial. The very people they had sworn to protect were now their judges. The tide had turned against them, and there was no turning back. Their fate was sealed on a cold Friday the 13th in the year 1307. The Templars were arrested, their properties seized, their order disbanded. The once mighty Templars were no more. In 1312, under pressure from King Philip, Pope Clement V disbanded the Templars. Their fall from grace was complete. The Templars, once the guardians of the Holy Land, the epitome of chivalry, now found themselves relegated to the pages of history, their story a cautionary tale of power, wealth, and the fragility of human ambition. The Templars were gone, but they were far from forgotten. After their sudden and dramatic dissolution, the world was left with a vacuum, brimming with unanswered questions and unfulfilled mysteries that continue to baffle us even today. The Templars' tangible legacy is seen in the numerous architectural wonders they left behind. Majestic castles, chapels, and fortresses, scattered across Europe and the Middle East, still bear testament to their grandeur. Their influence in banking and commerce revolutionized the world economy, introducing concepts like credit and international banking, which are still in use today. But perhaps the most intriguing part of the Templars' legacy lies not in the stone and mortar of their buildings or the ledgers of their banks, but in the myriad of myths and conspiracy theories that surround them. The Templars have been linked to everything from the Holy Grail to the lost treasure of the Temple of Solomon, from secret societies like the Freemasons to the discovery of America before Columbus. While these theories are often dismissed as mere speculation, they underscore the enduring fascination with the Templars and their secret, enigmatic world. The Templars' influence extends even to popular culture. From books to films, video games to TV series, their story has been retold and reimagined in countless ways. They've been portrayed as noble warriors, ruthless conspirators, and everything in between. Their iconic red cross on a white mantle has become a symbol of mystery, intrigue, and adventure. Despite their fall, the Templars' impact on history is undeniable. They were more than just a military order. They were pioneers, innovators, and in many ways, enigmas. Their story is a labyrinth of secrets and mysteries, a tantalizing puzzle that invites us to delve deeper, to explore and to question. Even today, the Templars continue to fascinate us. Their story, a potent mix of power, wealth, faith, and mystery, continues to captivate the world. The story of the Knights Templar is a testament to the power of myth and mystery. It's a tale marked by ambition, power, faith, and ultimately downfall. Yet, even as we reach the close of their story, the allure of the Templars endures, their narrative forever etched into the annals of history. The Knights Templar were more than just a band of warriors. They were visionaries, pioneers even in their own right. They laid the foundations for the modern banking system. They were politically adept, and their military prowess was unmatched in their time. They were the epitome of a well-oiled machine, a brotherhood united by a common cause. But let's not forget their fall from grace, a poignant reminder of the capricious nature of power and the danger of unchecked ambition. Their downfall was as dramatic as their rise, and it's this dichotomy that makes their story so compelling. Power, prestige, and wealth can be fleeting, and the Templars serve as a stark symbol of this universal truth. Yet despite their demise, the Templars continue to captivate us. Their story has been retold countless times, spun into tales of hidden treasures, holy relics, and secret societies. The mystery and intrigue that shroud the Templars have kept their legacy alive, fueling endless speculations and theories. But why does their story resonate with us so deeply? Perhaps it's the allure of the unknown, the thrill of uncovering hidden truths, or maybe it's the timeless tale of rise and fall, a narrative as old as human history itself. Whatever the reason, the Knights Templar have transcended their historical confines, becoming symbols of a bygone era and catalysts for our imagination. As we peel back the layers of history, we find that the truth is often stranger and more fascinating than fiction. Such is the tale of the Knights Templar,